Welcome back, everybody. And this week on the Challenge Brief History, we're going to be looking into No, I'm not talking about Queen Victoria. I'm talking about Veronica Portillo, who made her MTV debut on the 8th season of Road Rules, called Semester at Sea. And not too long after that season wrapped up, she made her MTV Challenge debut on the 3rd season of the challenge, called The Challenge 2000. Take that, Y2K! Now, on that season, the Road Rules team did a fantastic job. They won 5 challenges, and they won the final challenge, marking them winners of the Challenge 2000, making Veronica a challenge champ in her rookie season. What better way to start your challenge career than with a win? Now, the next season Veronica was on was season 5, called Battle of the Seasons 2002, and she was paired up with her Semester at Sea partner, yes, Duffy. And on that season, there was actually people being able to be voted out. Normally, the seasons were just people just did it all the way up till the beginning to the end and see who won the most money in the challenges. But this time, people were able to be voted out. There was inner circles, and after Veronica and Yes were unable to win in the first episode to get into the winner circle or inner circle, their inner circle voted them out in episode 1, marking Veronica's worst elimination, worst finish in a challenge season to date. Now, the next season Veronica was on was season 6, called Battle of the Sexes, which no more road rules and real world lines. No, everybody's separated by their gender, which would not happen in this day and age, but it happened back then. And on the female team, Veronica was doing fantastic. She made it into 2 inner circles. She made it all the way up to episode 12. And during this season, Emily and Veronica had a terrible and bitter feud with one another, and it all stemmed from Veronica having relations with Emily's boyfriend, and Emily was gunning for Veronica the whole season, and she finally got her shot in episode 12 when she convinced the other 2 people of the inner circle, which was Ellen and Ruthie, that Veronica was a Cancer and they needed to vote her out. And with Jamie misplaying his lifesaver to try and save Veronica, Veronica was officially voted out and eliminated in episode 12. Veronica was back on the next season of the challenge, season 7, called The Gauntlet. And fun fact about The Gauntlet, this was the first season where the teams are actually voting in somebody to go into an elimination game, or a gauntlet to go up against somebody else head to head from the other team to see who would get to stay and who would get to be kicked out of this game. It was the first time that ever happened. It's really fun to see how this game has evolved from season to season, but Veronica was hitting her stride in the challenge. Politically, she was hitting her stride, as she did not see a single elimination that season. She ran through this game. She was able to have a nice bubble bath with Abram and Rachel, and she got to the finals and took home another challenge championship. That's right, Veronica was a 2-time challenge champ by Gauntlet 7, but she had yet to unveil her masterpiece that is her gameplay. And that was shown in Inferno Season 8, where she was put in there. She won 4 lifesavers. Yes, her feud and rivalry with Katie hit an all-time high, as they were constantly in yelling matches. They were getting into physical altercations, but Veronica never saw a single elimination again. She got Katie actually put into elimination a couple of times. She even convinced her team, when Veronica was going to be put into elimination, she convinced her team not to put her in and instead use a lifesaver on her and put Katie in, which they did. And Katie was put into an elimination against Julie, which, if you were Veronica in that season, you were probably thinking, I want both these girls to go, especially after what Julie pulled, her shenanigans in episode 1 when she was like messing with Veronica's safety harness. In episode 1, everybody was panicking. It was crazy. However, despite Veronica's best tries, Katie was never eliminated during that season. They both made it to the end of that season together on the Badasses team, and they won again. That's right, Veronica, by season 8, was a 3-time challenge champion, but Veronica was not done, not by a long shot. She was back for season 9, called Battle of the Sexes 2, and Veronica came in with a bit of a bigger target on her back. I mean, she's a 3-time challenge champ. She was aligned with Rachel and Tina, and she was doing pretty well. She got into 1 inner circle. However, by episode 11, she was voted out by the inner circle of Arissa, Sophia, and Tina, and Veronica was just no more. The next season she was on was Season 10 called Inferno 2, where she was back on the Badasses team and she was ready to go. This was the first time that the opposing team will be picking somebody from the other team to put in as an Inferno nominee. Normally it was their own teams putting in their own people, but guess what? It was a different one. Now the Inferno people were picking the opposite, which throws a wrench into your game politically. However, Veronica was still having a strong hold with that, with her team, with other people. She only saw one elimination, that's right, and she actually got her first career elimination win in Inferno 2 against Jody in episode 8. She won that one, made it to the finals with her team. However, her team came up short against the good guys, and it goes against the popular saying that this time the good guys finish first, not last. After Inferno 2, what proceeded was an 8-season, 4-year hiatus for Veronica on the challenge. We didn't see her back until season 18 called The Ruins, where she was politicking her way into not seeing an elimination until episode 6, and in episode 6 she went to an elimination against Kellyanne and was eliminated. What preceded that was an even longer hiatus of multiple years, and we didn't see Veronica back on the challenge until 2017 when she was on the spin-off Champs vs. Pros, where she was eliminated in episode 1 by Ashley Mitchell. But that same year, she was back on the main season of the challenge called Dirty 30, where she was fantastic. She won 4 daily challenges. She got 1 double cross. She only went to 1 Presidio, or elimination. Unlucky for her, she went up against an ally in that house, / she was feeling her vibes with Anissa. She went up against Anissa and she eliminated Anissa during that season. She was doing pretty well until she lost in the Backstabbers Daily Challenge, and Jenna, who won that Daily Challenge, decided she was going to send Veronica straight to the Redemption House. Unlucky for Veronica, she was unable to win herself back into the game, and in episode 5, she was eliminated. But she was back on the next season of the challenge called Vendettas, where in episode 7 she came in last place in the Puppet Master Daily Challenge, making her go straight to the elimination. The Troika that episode voted all to put Cam into the elimination against Veronica. However, TJ had a little thing up his sleeve where he was like, no, you guys aren't going against each other. I brought in some heavy hitters and mercenaries for you guys to go up against, and Cam, on a flip of a coin, had to go up against Tori. And because the challenge gods like to smile upon us sometimes, he had Veronica and Anissa go up against each other after their thing with Dirty 30, after their relationship broke up. They had to go up against each other, and because Veronica sustained an injury during that elimination, I think she broke her finger or something, she had to forfeit that elimination. She could not come back into the game, and her game was over in episode 7. Now, the next season Veronica was on was season 32 called Final Reckoning, where she was paired up with CT. And in Dirty 30, CT said that Veronica was a weak player and nobody would ever want to be on a team with her. Well, guess what, CT, then, if you really believe that, you were in your worst nightmare, as you were partnered up with Veronica. And early on, they did not mesh together, as they were sent pretty early on to the Redemption House. And not too long after that, they weren't picked for the Redemption game, and in episode 5, they were out of this game. They got the boot, they were done, and we really didn't see CT or Veronica at all during that season. It was pretty sad, and that's pretty much it. That's all we've seen from Veronica to date. I mean, we've seen her take a lot of time off between seasons, so maybe she's going to be coming back soon. I don't know, we have to just wait and see, but her final stat line was 11 seasons run, 4 final appearances, a 3-time challenge champion, and she's won over $80,000 in prize money. Wow, a 3-time challenge champ with less than 6 figures of money won. They did not bring enough money for those beginning seasons. Wow, that is. Especially with now there's $1 million reward money for these newer seasons. That's really sad to think back on. But what do you think about Veronica? Let me know that in the comment section below. Do you stand Veronica, or can you not stand Veronica? Let me know that in the comment section below. Did you used to watch all the OG seasons way back when? What did you think about her gameplay, and what do you think about her nowadays? Let me know that in the comment section below. And would you like to see her back on a challenge season very soon? Let me know that too. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really soon with more challenge brief histories, more challenge videos, more challenge content, and join me on Friday for another X on the Beach Peak of Love review and recap. But until then, peace.